Hey guys, my name's Greg Duncan. I'm going to demo the Channel 9 Show Notes Helper utility I've been working on. The intent behind this utility is to make my life a little bit easier. I do the help produce the Channel 9 this week on Channel 9 podcast, and I have to do the show notes. And that was rather tedious at times. I would copy and paste, and the hardest part was doing the time codes. There's a specific formatting for the time codes that are required. And what I would do is I would create a dummy one, copy and paste a number of those into the given show notes, the draft show notes, and then edit those as each point watching the video. Each point in the video, I would then go switch over to that and edit that. And that's lame. So I wrote this utility to make my life a little bit easier. Also, I use this as an excuse to do some coding because I just gotta love coding. So start off with, right now it defaults to this week on Channel 9, obviously, but we can actually find the shows. Now this find shows uses the public RSS feed from the Channel 9 site and displays it with a little thumbnail of the different shows. And of course the searching is live, so if we're going to type web now, let's do this. Yeah, this week on Channel 9. Funny that. Double click. Cool, that's our show. Yay. Let's do that again. So now we've got nothing in our MRU list. Let's find the shows. And you see we're actually asynchronously loading these in the background this week. Cool. What if you are on another Channel 9 show that you're doing this stuff to? Well, we can add that as well. Let's do behind the code. And that saves in our MRU list. So the next thing is the video is being produced, being done through a utility called Magic Folders. It's an internal Microsoft utility. It will take the show, convert it into all the different formats, and create a draft post for that show. What this utility will do then is you can use it to find an episode. So you can find that draft show, because what in the end you really need is the WMV to play. Well, let's find an episode. It's going to be loading it. It loads the first set. This is actually using the Atom Pub API available on Channel 9. And that gives us, because we're actually using the Credential UI, the Data Protection API, DP API, to store our credentials and pass them to the Atom Pub as basic authentication. So essentially we are logging into the Channel 9 site using our secured password, user ID and password, Channel 9 password and the Channel 9 key, which means we get the draft things, the things that you don't normally do. If you didn't log into it, you'd only get those that are published. This one and earlier ones. So we pick a show, and of course, we have look up here as well, yada yada. So let's pick a show. Let's just pick the last one. Double click. Now we've got our show, and we start playing. And the video starts playing. The idea is as I watch the video, I'm going to grab time codes for the specific stories, segments, areas that I want a snapshot of. What will happen is when I click on get the time code, we'll down here in the list in the text box, we'll actually get that URL time code, but we'll also start building our show timeline down here, where I'll grab a snapshot of the media element as well as the time code and cache it there. We can use this as a navigational tool to navigate throughout the video, which they're relatively short, so you usually don't have to do that much. But you can also take this list, copy it all, including the snapshots, paste it into Windows Live Writer, and save that as the show notes. So the show notes get thumbnails, which would be really very cool. So we are watching the show.
Welcome
we have our
back
10-second
our
skips.
top story is a continuation.
And we're going to skip through it. Now, I'm not saying this is what I would actually do when I'm recording the show.
Data.
But
grab that one.
this
And look,
And of course we can
great
skip back 10 as
data.
well.
yeah, the fact that macros are now no longer
I'll have the same. You can read. It's,
Okay.
it's
but MSD that async a
Grab
lot.
that. Okay, and we're done with the show, let's say. So I was telling you, we're building our timeline down here. You can use it to double click and you can jump to that part of the
Macros are
show.
now no longer
Jump to that part, jump to that part.
macros are
That's
now no
okay.
longer in.
You right mouse click, you can actually copy the timecode URL, basically this link here. You can copy it with a thumbnail, you can copy it as a table row, or you can copy them all as a table. That's what we're going to try here next. So we're going to copy it all as table, and what that does is that saves each one of these images to a temporary folder as a PNG file, and it creates a table element and copies that table to the clipboard. Now, Windows Live Writer does some funky stuff when pasting in tables. We'll try it here. As you can see, it shot our table, or killed our table. Even if we do paste special, keep formatting, our table still looks a little ugly. I don't like it. So it is easier just to go to the Source tab, paste our table there. And this is the table. This is the text that we generated. And now our table looks good. We are going to publish this. Yes. Let's type a title in here. TWC9 test post. Publish as draft. We're still drafting. Now, this isn't necessarily all that I would do. I would actually create the post. I would copy the links, the authors of these posts into these items as well. But you get the idea. So there'd be stuff here, and there'd be stuff here, and links, and all that good kind of stuff that you normally see in the Channel 9 show notes. Refresh, and here's our test post. Let's edit that real quick. And you see we've got thumbnails. How awesome is that? Well, that's about it, guys. That's the utility. It's short, it's sweet, it's simple, but that is the whole intent behind it. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.